Yo, this is your boy JSF. I just wanted to do a quick Frost guide video. Well, I hope it's quick, that's the idea, but sometimes I just get to talking and get long with it. So hopefully I can keep it short. So I was watching CEO top 8, and we all saw Tweety use Frost, which is really cool. It seemed like he was a bit rusty with the character. Didn't utilize some things he could have utilized as much, but it's fine. That wasn't a character he used the rest of the tournament. So, but yeah, a lot of people liked that moment. It was a lot of people's favorite moment of the tournament. So maybe some people's interest in the character has been like rejuvenated. So I just wanted to make a quick guide, kind of showing off the character, some of the playstyles, some of the things you should do, you shouldn't do, some possibilities. Yeah, so just showing off some of that stuff. If it sounds like I'm kind of like annoyed with some things about Frost, it's because I love this character, but I think she could use a lot of help. I think she's not as good as a lot of characters in the game, so I'm going to try not to sound too salty about her. But if you do hear some things, that's just where that comes from, me wishing she was better. So the first start, just to start off with, her down one's 9 frames, which, isn't too great. It's got really good range, though. Like her down one, you can kind of just, it's got good range. You can't really poke with it that well, but, it's got great range. So down 3 is what you want to poke with because it's 8 frames. It's got this wonky hitbox, super wonky. But the cool thing about that wonky hitbox that I absolutely hate, is this. It anti-airs really well, and then you can get into some of that stuff. Whatever anti-air stuff you come up with, I'm just doing this on the fly. Just trying to see what other options there may be. But yeah, it's a really good anti-air. 8-frame startup. It's just a bad poke. That's the only thing. She doesn't really have any good pokes, and that's one of the character's big weaknesses. Her down 1, down 3 are pretty bad. Her down 3's got a solid functionality in that, but she doesn't have a move that replaces it as a poke. Down 4 is really good. It's slow with 12 frames, and it's very minus on block. Minus 9 at this range, minus 8 at max range. Oh, minus 4 at max range, I'm sorry. But that's really, really hard to get. Most of the time, it's going to be minus 8 or minus 9. But it's got good range, it's a good check. Really good range. If somebody's just walking in on you like no fear, you can hit them with that. And let's get them to not block for a second. You hit them with that, and then they walk back a bit. So when they step back, sets that up. Or if they stay in the same place, it sets that up. For that, it kind of puts them in a good range for you, because this is like the range you want them to be at, because you're arranged for this. Like I just showed you, arranged for these, or you're arranged to zone. And if you get more froggy and walk forward, you're in this range. So Frost is a good mid-range character. By mid, I mean like if you're in sweep range, you're too close. She's a good round start range, is a good gauge of where you want to be with Frost. Here or further away. She's good from this distance all the way up to this distance. If you get any closer, she pretty much does worse than everyone else in the game, except maybe Kodokan. So in this range, she's not really playing her game. Once you get back here to the point where they can't really hit you, but if they walk forward, you can hit them with this. Now you play your game. You can throw this, which is a high, but if they flinch, they get hit, and it's very active. Very active. So there's that. There's that. This is a high, and you can get crushing load for doing it, so I wouldn't advise throwing it out, but every now and then when you know they're going to move or try to do something, go ahead and throw it out. And the cool thing about this move is, we'll get them to block again now. See that? +5 on block from far away? From close range, neutral. So you're never punishable or even negative for doing this, so you can try to, try like backdashing, try ducking, neutral ducking, or neutral ducking and poking. Like, you're not negative at all. So, but the thing is, they can neutral duck you and punish you. But from far away, the further away you do this, the more plus you are. See that? +6? I think +6 is as good as it gets, but nobody ever complained about plus frames. And if you do that and they happen to press a button or go forward, they'll get hit by that. Or if they jump, this is a hard read, but do it twice. It's a really hard read, but I've gotten away with it once or twice. So some other things about Frost. She does have a launching string. Let's demonstrate that. I can't do that while I'm blocking. So it's back 3, down, back 3, 2, down 1 is the string. Which should be different because down, down 1 is a special. And if you, sometimes online, if you just input the string, like dial it up, back, you know, back 3, 2, down 1, sometimes you get down, down 1 somehow. I don't know how, but it's happened to me. And I've checked my hands to make sure I'm not mashing. I press down 1 time, and maybe it's like release check or something, but I've gotten, a few times I've gotten this. And that's the last thing you want to get, especially if they block it. Because you're just sitting there doing a shield in their face looking kind of stupid and you can get punished. But yeah, that's her launcher. All of her biggest damage is going to involve that string, so get familiar with it. You're going to need it. Even if you start from back here, you're going to want to back 2, 2, and then special cancel into down back 4, which is this special, enhance it, and you get a freeze. So this is crucial for all of her combos pretty much. That's her launcher. So, you know, say you land this, you want to go straight into that. Get your jump in, straight into that string. Now I did jump in 1 just because it's easier, but the more optimal one is jump in 2, but jump in 2 has a wonky hitbox. As you can see, you have to be pretty low to the ground for it to land and be quick on the back 3 for you to combo with it. So, it's not the easiest thing in the world. She kind of has more execution than the majority of the characters in this game. There are no execution heavy characters, but she is the best example of one. And I don't know why that is. She's got enough problems. I don't think execution should be an extra one. Like, you know what I mean? It's not hard to do Scorpion combos. Why is it hard to do Frost combos? Or like Sonya combos aren't hard, you know? Just, I don't know, I'm just complaining. But one thing I should note is back 2, this. Back 2, 2 into launcher. From the max range of the normal, you can't combo off of it. It will not connect. So this, oh my god, it needs to be fixed. Like there's no reason this shouldn't work. So you have to settle for spin, which is down forward 2, or back forward 4, which is drill. Now, let's go back to practice options. We'll get refill. So this has a crushing blow attached to it. You gotta land 3 of these. I don't even know why I'm doing that. We have an easy crushing blow button now. So it's not much I know. But the problem with that is, so it's usually a combo ender for that move. But look how far away they are. You really can't get much. Like say I land a combo and I want to optimize, get a crush. That is the most I can get, is another 1-3 drill. Like that's it. Even if I just do it raw, see how low to the ground he already was? And that's 262. If I meter burn it, I can get like 300, I believe. But that's if you do this move raw, which you're never gonna do. Or at least I would never advise. Yeah, 314, which is like a normal B&B. What kind of sucks is this does about 311 damage. Let's see what damage we get. About 70 more damage, an extra 7%. So it's not like other characters where you get massive crushing blow damage. And that's kind of a thing across the board with her. So her back 2 string, this, which is, I think is really good, but it should be 17 or 16 frames. Just because other characters have normals with similar range or better range that are slower startup. That's just what I believe. But it can go into these overheads, but again, all you can get off of it is that. So I'm gonna try to optimize here. 291. Now let's do a regular B&B. 302 off the same starter. So for me, I would only do this, and this is like a hard thing to really do practically like mid-match. I would only go for this crush and blow if you are outside of range. And like there really isn't much else you can do if you're this far away, because you can't combo. Like from this range, remember what I said, it won't link. So from that range I would go for the crush. But if you're anywhere else, if you can connect this, then there's no reason to go for that. Like in my opinion. Like in my opinion, I just don't see it. And you add this with online, it's a lot harder to hit. So for no meter you get 25%, but I just don't really see, like, I don't really see the point of going for that crush is what I'm saying, because those two overheads are unsafe. And you can definitely hit confirm, but I just don't really see the point in going for that if you can get more damage by meter burning. Not to mention this ice, obviously, this entire starter is standing. So 1-3, or yeah, 1-3 ice, they're still standing. So you can always jump in. You can just restand or go for a reset. Like that's another thing. So that's something I don't see too many Frost players do, but I personally do. You can get 238 off of that and leave them standing, and obviously you're at advantage. So you can go for throw, you can go for short hop, you can go for a low, you can go for a sweep, you can go for plus frames. Because 2-2, which is this right here, is +5 on block. As demonstrated here, +5 on block. So, you know, let's get his block mode on stance. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Oh no, it'll work. Yeah. Wow, screw that up. Good little old me. And now you're +5 and you can go for that. Which I wouldn't advise going for that close, but if you're like here, yeah, and you're like here +5, then that's coming out in 14 frames. Which, you know, if he does downpour or something, he might get you. Not Shang, just the other character. But other than that, you know, you got some options there. So I think that's a really cool, like that's one of her best tools. If I ever need to make a comeback, I'm going for something like that. Or going for that. Or maybe that. Or maybe trying to throw bait, get a jump, you know, jump and bait them out to do something. That's another ender. So I've been ending all my combos with drill. Just because it's the optimal damage ender. But you can always end them in spin. Send them back full screen. And you get better advantage. Like you have way better hit advantage ending on spin. So her corner game is one of her best tools. So you have all this time to move around after. Whereas if you do this, by the time you can move, they can pretty much move. Like you don't have as much advantage on hit. So if you want to sacrifice a little bit of damage and go for more hit advantage, maybe set something up, throw something out before they get up, or as they get up they land into it. By all means, end and spin. Or maybe you want to neutral jump, or whatever you want to do. Well, that doesn't work, but you get the idea. Sweep's okay. I feel like it should have more range. If you look at the ice right now, it's touching his foot, the back of his foot, and it's look at this. It's not hitting. Like to me, this is ridiculous. Now it hits. Like I think that sweep should have slightly more distance, but hey, that's not here nor there. Another thing she has is good in the corner. Say I get a knockdown or whatever. And like I stop him from wanting to jump Because if they jump, they're free. They're home free. But say on wake up, I throw this out once or twice. Oh, damn. So I throw this out once or twice so they're not jumping. You play in this range and just threaten with this. Because now they're scared to do anything. If they flinch, they get hit. And when they get hit, let's get them to not block. No, not all. Block nothing, please. So when they get hit, you make all this possible. If you want to go for that ender, so that's 300 some damage, and that's not completely optimal because she has corner combos where you go into this twice, but I don't think they're worth going for because the execution's too heavy, especially if you're playing online. It's not too difficult to do. Like, I can do them, but I wouldn't trust myself to hit this 10 times out of 10, so I just eliminate it from my game. I don't even go for it at all. I'd rather just go for this. I'd rather just go for that because I'm not gonna drop that in the match. This, see, I'm already dropping it. It's like one of the hardest combos I've tried to do in the game. You get really good damage, it's rewarding, but if you don't have the execution for it, I wouldn't even try it. Now, if you do have the execution for it, by all means, go for it. I can probably land it half the time. As you can see, I can let it half the time and you get some solid damage. But yeah, anyway, you threaten with this from here. Throw some of this out on wake up. So that discourages them from jumping. And it's a high, so they might even neutral duck. So when you back up like you're gonna throw this, you back up and then throw this out. It's almost like a mix-up. Well, it is, but it's not like a 50-50 is what I mean. So that's cool. I like her corner game, even though all her buttons are really slow. Like, that's 19 frames. That's 12 frames. That's a pretty good move, but you can see it coming. Down 4 is slow. You can throw that in there, too. You can throw down 4 in. You can fake the backup and just go straight into this. That's a little more risky because this is so slow in startup. And if you commit on block, that's full combo punishable. Just the stomp is full combo punishable, and there's gaps in the string. So, you know, be wary about that. But most people don't know about those gaps or don't know how to punish them. So, you know, you can get away with a lot. That's the beauty of playing Frost. Most people don't have experience. And if they do, they don't have high level experience. So, they're not really blowing you up with flawless block like this. Big flawless block gap you can blow up. You can fatal blow in between it, I believe. I gotta double check that though. But yeah, a lot of her stuff has gaps. This has a gap in it. Oh, let's talk about punishing. So, Frost has this little problem where it's tough for her to punish. So let's AI options, block mode all, reversal mode on. What is this slide called? Oh, slide. So, oh, he's got reptile slide. Oh, damn, I got the wrong Shang in. Hold on 1 second, guys. We're going Warlock Shang. I forgot I don't have presets made for Shang Tsung, so he's got whatever moves I threw in or the game threw in. So, let's get him reversal, ground eruption, sorcery rush. I believe that's a slide, right? Minus 17 on block. Let's see if I can punish that. So she has the worst stand jab in the game. I tested this out. Noob Saibot's a close second, but her jab has the worst range in the entire game. Like, it just does. See that? Like, my jab 7 frames. It's minus 17, but I can't punish it. So one option with Frost is that. And I don't know if you can even see what I just did there. You dash up and jab. So you dash, cancel, jab. That's one option. I don't like that option because if you're a few frames off, you're gonna miss it. And if he's ducking and mashing buttons after he does that move, guess who's getting crush and blow uppercutted? You guessed it, Frost. So, I don't really like that option. I used to use it, and it's really frustrating because other characters can just jab punish anything like you should be able to. This one character, you can't just jab punish. So you either dash up jab punish, or you do what I do and go for that string. The problem with that is, back one, while it's a mid and it will not whiff, it's 16 frames of startup. His slide is minus 17. Here's a sequence of me actually trying to punish this. We got one. I'm trying to get a combo out of it though. There we go. And I'm not particularly bad at punishing because if we do it the other way, I guarantee I can get it. I'm not gonna do it, but I can get it 10 times in a row. Like, and that's not to say this way is easier. That's just the way I'm more accustomed to because I started playing Frost that way. I realized I had to dash up to punish things that other characters didn't have to. So that's just something really important that you need to know because people are going to do unsafe things. Like Sub-Zero is going to slide on you. And if you just try to do 1-3, you're not going to punish it. It's not going to work. So you're going to have to do back 1-2 sometimes. God, that's unsafe. What about back one itself? Oh, that's safe. That's good. But yeah, so you're just gonna need to use this string to punish most of the time. Other times, you're just gonna have to do that. There's this string, which is 13 frames startup, but look at the hitbox on it is pretty bad. I don't know if this is supposed to be a good anti-air or what, but it's a high and it has that wonky hitbox. So it can punish, but the other big problem with it, that doesn't link into it. So, you know, I'm going to say your go-to punishes are this and dash up jab. It's just something really important to know. Like, you'll sometimes see people say she can't punish, and that's just what we're talking about. Obviously, she can punish. Every character in the game can do it, but she has a harder time punishing than any other character in the game. Just something that you should know if you're going to play Frost. That's not like a me saying she sucks kind of deal. It's just something you need to know. And if you don't know that, like, GG's. And some things that kind of suck are like, I don't know how it works with Shang. I don't know how far his slide goes. Not that far. But some moves, max range are safe. Like Liu Kang's flying kick at max range, Frost can't really punish. Maybe if you get a well-timed dash up, but like back 1-2 normally punishes his flying kick. At max range, it will not punish it. The problem with that is knowing when he's at max range. You know? So if you don't play Liu Kang, you might not be as familiar with the range, like myself. So sometimes I still try to do it, and it doesn't work. So again, just something you need to keep a lookout for. Sometimes it's better to just go for the dash up punish, but again, it's the harder one to do, especially if you're playing online. Just not the easiest thing to do. And sometimes your dash doesn't come out. Oh man. Like imagine Scorpion teleports, you make the read, but you dash forward, and because, you know, lag and online, it doesn't come out, and you just get 1-3 and whiff, and he just uppercut you. Frustrating. But, so her zoning. Oh man, I haven't talked about her zoning. Her zoning is some of the better zoning in the game. I will say that. She definitely shines in the zoning department. She's a keep away character. She's a character where you can do this 3 times in a row, enhance it, and you get all these mid fireballs. So if they want a neutral duck, they'll get hit. If you know how to play the zoning game, Frost is good for it. Problem with that is there's a lot of recovery. So while this is in air, I can't move until then. I'm holding up. Now I can move. You know? Obviously, look how long I'm standing still there, which doesn't seem like a big deal against Shang, but against a character with a teleport, you really can't throw this out because you will die every single time. Like you can't against Raiden, against Scorpion, against Cetrion, you can't do this move without dying. So that's one of her biggest weaknesses, but in other matchups, it's great. And she's got a shield, eats one fireball, so eats one projectile. Enhanced shield is useless. It travels a lot further and faster, but it still only eats one projectile. And I don't know why it goes faster. That doesn't really help you at all. If anything, it would go slower, and that would be better because it's more time for them to hit the fireball. If this absorbed regular hits, hold on 1 second. I've never tested that. Huh. Let me see if that works. Hold on, let me... I probably should have did this before the video, but... Nope. Oh, I thought it would go through regular moves or something. That would have been cool if this could go through like regular attacks or something. The enhanced one, but yeah. Enhanced shield is useless, don't ever do it. It's a waste of your time, just don't ever do it. Regular shield, there's some recovery afterwards. So if they break the shield, you can't just do another shield immediately after. Like even if it disappears on its own, you can do it immediately after. But if they break it early, you still can't do it. I don't know if that's a bug, but you can't do shield until it would be gone. So like say the shield's on the screen for 3 seconds, if they don't hit it, you can't do another shield for until 3 seconds is passed, even if they break it in 1 second. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if that's a bug or a glitch, but that's how the move functions. I don't like it, but you know, it happens. But yeah, so Frost, that's mostly her in a nutshell. She's good if you like zoning, pick Frost. If you like playing long to mid-range with punishing type of stuff, that's the kind of character she is. Long range to further mid-range. Close range isn't really her ballpark. This is no, it's a high as well, it's not a mid. So her mid strings are back one, which is 16 frames, back two, which is 19 frames. Her down one is 9 frames, that's a high. That's a high, that's a high. Yeah, I think that's it for her mids, in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, her crushing blows obviously down too. You can get this off of, which is, as far as I know, that's optimal. 353, which is, it's cool, I guess. I showed you this crushing blow earlier. And then, what else? Oh, both of her throws have crushing blows, which is really cool. Now that I've found a use for her throws, like, I found a use for her throws with this. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I did that backwards. So that's really cool, because other than that, like, Frost throwing you is kind of unheard of, because if she's in this range, she's losing. Like, everybody else has a faster down 1, faster down 3. You know, some characters have a faster down 4, like Shang. So if she's in throw range, she's usually losing. Wow, that's her throw range. She can't throw from here? Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, so both of her throws crush, which is really cool. But you gotta get them to let you get in on them. One of the best ways I found is when, like, I'm just zoning and they're trying to inch their way in and they're getting kind of close. They're getting about here. I just dash up, throw. I didn't really see that coming. And the other example I showed. So, you know, there's some ways to get some throws in. Or in the corner, it's easier because I can hit them with one of these. Dash up, throw in the corner. So, some good ways to get the throws going. Sweep, I just wish I had more range, but it's not a bad sweep. Not bad at all. This move, I wish this crushing blow. Please make this move crushing blow. If Jackie's safe on block dash punch can crushing blow, this should crushing blow. Like, honestly, it doesn't make any sense. Jade's shadow kick crushing blows. I don't know if Johnny's does, but hers does. Give me that. And boom. So yeah. I would say her viable crushing blows are, she has a pretty bad down two, one of the worst ones in the game. Her down two's really bad. But you know, down two's a viable crushing blow for any character. So there's that. Her throws, if you can get the throw game going, and then that's about it. Because this one doesn't really net you anything. This one doesn't really net you anything. Wow, I can't do it. I'm really bad. Yeah, that one, and then the drill one, it just, you're too far away. Like, look how far away she throws you, and here's the wonkiest part of it, which has to be a bug. If this is design, I give up on this game. Oh wait. Yeah, if this is design, I give up on this game. So let's just do crush and blow. How did I end up way back here from right here? Like, just look at this. Look where I am. Now look where I am. Like, why is that a thing? I haven't seen any other crush and blows in a game that push you away. I don't know. I don't like it. But, yeah, that's pretty much Frost. I probably missed some things. Her corner combos aren't the cutest thing in the world. See, if I can get that on a regular basis, might help my corner game. But yeah, pretty much it. Zoning you should do a lot of. Frustrate a lot of people because heavy zoning doesn't really exist in this game unless you play Cetrion. So a lot of people in this game can't deal with zoning at all. Like, I can beat people online in the upper ranks kind of just doing this sometimes, depending on who they play. So if you want to spam some people, get you some Frost. There's certain matchups where she does pretty well, like against like characters like Baraka and other characters who don't have a great fireball game. You throw this out, they get hit with all of these, that's 14-15%. But you know, teleport characters, like you pick Frost, people are gonna pick Scorpion a lot. So learn that matchup, learn how to punish him, learn the dash up jab punish. But he's one you can punish with this, so not too bad. But anyway, this video is probably entirely too long, probably like 20 minutes when I wanted it to be 5. So sorry about that, guys. Anyway, pick Frost, have fun. NRS, please buff Frost, make her usable in high level gameplay.